In our journey through the Hidden Chronicles, we've decoded key terms that reshaped our understanding of prehistoric reality. Today, we dive deeper into the linguistic roots that hold the secrets of our ancient past. Let's continue the exploration.
Today, we're going on a bit of a journey. But we're not digging through ancient ruins. Instead, we're looking at the DNA of language itself. We're going to see what secrets are hiding inside one of the most powerful words we have, mother.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if one single word could basically be a time capsule, preserving a whole way of life that's been forgotten for centuries? Well, that's exactly what we're looking into today. We're going to become linguistic detectives, following a trail of clues that might just change how we see the ancient world.
So, our number one clue is the Arabic word for mother, Now, on the surface, it's a simple word, right? Something you hear every day. But as we're about to find out, its roots go so much deeper, branching out in ways you would never ever expect. This one little word, it's our key. Okay, so at its most basic level, means mother. But in Arabic, it also has this huge, profound meaning of the origin of a thing. So it's not just about biology. It's about the source, the foundation, the absolute beginning of something. And that double meaning? That's our first big hint that we're onto something much bigger than just a family tree.
And you know, this whole idea isn't coming out of nowhere. Other linguistic deep dives have hinted at ancient matriarchal societies. For example, the old meaning for woman, imrad, actually meant chivalry, while the word for man, rajul, was connected to just walking. But today, by focusing just on the word mother, we're digging in even deeper.
All right, let's get into our first piece of evidence. We're turning to old traditions and even sacred texts, where you can still hear the echoes of this ancient past, preserved for hundreds of years. It's pretty amazing.
This is such a powerful idea. Think about it. In this ultimate moment of truth and identity, it's not your father's line that's called out, it's your mother's. You are identified by your mother's name. This tradition puts the mother right at the spiritual center of who you are. So, where did this come from?
Well, the support for it is found right here, in the Quran. This key verse says that every community will be summoned with its imam, its leader. Now, you're going to want to pay really close attention to that word imam, because this is where things get really interesting.
And boom, here's the connection. According to a major school of thought, the word imam in this specific verse isn't just leader. It's actually a plural form of of mothers. So the verse could actually be read as, on the day when we will summon every community with its mothers. This interpretation ties the whole concept of leadership directly to motherhood. Incredible, right?
Okay, so for our next clue, we're switching gears a bit. We're moving from holy texts to one of the most respected classical Arabic dictionaries out there, the Lisan al-Arab, to see what it has to say about the root word
And what it reveals is just wow. The range of meaning is mind-blowing. Of course, it starts with mother, but then the word just blossoms. It becomes ummah, which means the nation or the community. It also means the standard followed by an army, and even the verb to lead the people. You've got mother, origin, nation, and leadership, all growing from the very same linguistic root.
So this pattern is really fascinating, but you have to wonder, was it just an Arabic thing? To figure that out, we have to go even further back in time to see if we can spot these same connections in even older languages from the same part of the world.
And the answer is a definite yes. Look at this. In Akkadian, an ancient Semitic language, Ummu is mother, but Ummatu is an army unit or a workforce. Then you look at ancient Egyptian. Mut is mother, and Umt is a big group of people, a dense mass. That link between the mother figure and the collective, the nation, the army, the people, it's right there across all these ancient cultures. It's undeniable.
Now, you might be noticing the small differences in how these words sound, like ummata versus ummah. That's totally normal in linguistics. A quick way to think about it is with a name like Fatima. Sometimes it's pronounced with a T at the end, Fatimat. Those T and H sounds often swap places at the end of words. It explains the slight difference in pronunciation, but the core meaning, the root of the word, stays exactly the same.
So, we have clues from heritage, from sacred texts, from classic dictionaries, and from languages that are thousands of years old. I think it's time we put all these pieces together and see what kind of picture they're really painting.
When you lay it all out, the progression is just crystal clear. It starts with the mother, the point of origin. That expands into the ummah, the nation or community that springs from that origin.
That community then gets organized into the Ummah, the army, the workforce. And who leads this whole structure? The Imam, the leader, the standard bearer, a word that, as we now know, loops right back to
So we've followed the evidence, we've connected the dots. What's the final verdict? What is the story that this one single word has been trying to tell us this whole time?
What this all comes down to is this. Language itself holds a memory. It's like it keeps a fossil record of a time when mother and nation and leader weren't seen as separate things, but were all woven together. The evidence strongly suggests a deep matriarchal legacy, a society where the woman was the absolute foundation, the heart of the family, the leader of the community, and the center of it all.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If all of that history is packed inside the word mother, just imagine what else is hiding in plain sight. In all the simple words we use every single day without even thinking about it. What other lost stories are just waiting for us to find them?